Hello, friends, listeners. I'm going to share with you an interesting Russian historic saying. And I was supposed to post it yesterday, but I was very busy yesterday. Yesterday was Easter, and yesterday was one friend of mine told me that it was a rare occasion when Easter of our Russian Orthodox Church was on the same day with Easter, which is celebrated in USA. And so it was a good holiday for religious people, especially. And we have connected with that. We have the popular saying. As you see in the picture here, we how should I say, paint eggs? We don't paint them. They are boiled. They are boiled in peel of, this is my mom did that, and many Russians do that. They are boiled in peel of the onion, yellow onion, brown color, and this is how it's brown color. My eggs were originally a little bit brown, but this one is like dark brown color. So this is original color. At home, you do it for free. You just boil them in that peel of yellow onions, in that peels. And so the proverb, the saying goes, «Дорого яичко к Христову дню». It's kind of ironic. When I translate it, you will see it's ironic because I didn't do the proverb yesterday. So the meaning is дорого яичко. The egg, the Easter egg is valuable exactly on the day of Christ, which is Easter. Дорого яичко, дорого яичко, дорогой, дорого. Well, we will start with яичко. Яичко, everything is kind of unusual here because usually we use for an egg, we use not diminutive. This is a diminutive. Яичко. This is the second line you see here. Яичко. And as you hear me, I do not pronounce exactly яичко because ya is not stressed. And when it is not stressed, I don't say ya. Okay, so I say kind of the very reduced form, яичко, kind of ye. I replace it with ye, яичко. Second thing, we don't use this is diminutive. We see here 3 syllables. We see here 3 vowels, ya, I, o. 3 vowels in the word, in this noun. And this, how many syllables we always have? How many vowels? That many syllables. Яичко, яичко, diminutive form. It has different meanings, so we don't use it often. But here it is the very interesting proverb. In the proverb, it sounds beautiful, okay? But in other contexts, it may be something else. Яичко, яичко. So I care about the pronunciation. When you hear me, you try to repeat exactly how I pronounce it. Яичко. Дорого яичко. Яичко. You can say яичко, a little bit kind of ya, but not too much. Яичко, яичко. The end o, the ending o is not stressed position. That's why, again, it's not o, it's a. Яичко. The stress goes on I. Яичко, яичко. Now, why did I start with that? Because this is a subject of the sentence. This is a complete sentence, okay? Яичко. Now, the subject is has adjective in front of it. This noun, яичко, has adjective in front of it. And that adjective is corresponding with the gender of this noun. Яичко, яйцо. The word is яйцо, egg, яйцо. And яичко, яичко, diminutive, is neuter gender. I will remind you that neuter gender in Russian very often ends on o or ye. So 95% will be if the noun ends on o or ye, you will have neuter gender. This is neuter gender, so adjectives agreeing in endings with the genders, okay? Regular adjective, wanted to say normal, everything is normal. Regular adjective, a complete form would be дорогое, дорогое яичко. That would be a complete form, regular form of that adjective. However, this adjective is short, it's shortened. Дорого, оно дорого мне, дорого. Valuable. Also the meaning is expensive, okay? Expensive and valuable. Same as in English, dear, we use in both senses, which is expensive and which is dear to my heart, dear to my soul, okay? So this one is dear to my heart. Дорого яичко. Valuable. The meaning is valuable to have this egg exactly on the day of Christ, because this is when we, I think I can say, dye them in boiling, water, we dye them, and paint, you can paint them. Some people paint them too on the top with brushes or something. Yes, so дорого яичко, valuable egg. This egg is valuable, дорого. What I wanted to say about short adjectives, very important thing. You think short adjective, you think, short form, maybe it's not as, not as significant, not as meaningful, doesn't carry as much meaning. The other way. So please remember, if adjective is short form, it is stronger, okay? It is stronger. If I had here space, I could make many examples. Short adjective has a strong form, emotional form. So, дорого яичко. The egg is valuable. Дорого. We have in дорого, we have 3 syllables, and we have 3 or vowels, and the first is stressed. So the first I pronounce o, дорого, 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 okay? And 2 other o we pronounce kind of like reduced, redundant form, yes? Дорого, kind of дорого. We pronounce all of them. These are 3 syllables, please. Дорого яичко, дорого яичко. Valuable is the egg. And now we have the phrase, which is prepositional phrase. K is preposition. To what? K. I have to explain it better with different context, but here I will give you enough explanations to understand what is what here. So you can apply this knowledge to other things. К чему? The question, if you have preposition, especially with a noun, the preposition with a noun, you will have the question. So the question with preposition к. It's a kind of preposition of maybe direction, идти к дому, to go to the house, к. So the following question is чему? For inanimate object, which is here день, the last word in this proverb is день, in dative case. К чему? К дню. К дню. It is here, it has here adjective which actually is possessive form of Christ, Christos, adjective, Христово. Yes, but if I would not have this adjective Христово in the middle, in between of the preposition к and the noun день, дню here, because it's ending of dative case. If I didn't have that, it would not be convenient to pronounce, because we have dnю, we have d, n, we have 2 consonants in the word d and dnю, and one more consonant would have three consonants, which is sometimes they are easy to pronounce, but other depends on the combination of those consonants. In this case, gnu, it's not very convenient to pronounce, okay? So we have the variant kadnu, k, ko. We have variations in that case, like a little bit modified form of that preposition. We say ko gnu. Yes, gnu. Дорого яичко, valuable. The egg is valuable. Is in Russian language, the verb to be in present tense absolutely is not used, never used, because we understand as it is. Actually, if I try to use here the verb to be, it will be distorted way of this sentence and will not sound beautiful. Our verb to be has all the same form, and it can be confused with other verbs, so we don't use it. So this is the way is beautiful, correct sentence sounds. Дорого яичко, к Христову, к, and then goes Christ's. This is possessive form of Christ. Христову дню. Какому дню? If I ask the question to this adjective, which is in front of the word день, Христову, I can ask какому дню? To what kind of day? Also I can say к чему? To whose day? Because it's possessive, I can ask question whose. But it would be a little bit stretch, but the adjective, if we see the adjective in front of the noun, of course we can ask question what kind, yes, what kind of day, and what kind of egg, because the first is adjective, we start дорого яичко, what kind of egg? Valuable egg. К чему? To what event? Yes, the meaning here. To what event valuable is the egg? To the event of this Easter, Christ's day, day of Christ. So the meaning of this proverb is something what we need sometimes. We need it exactly when we need it. This thing later will lose its value for us. It will not be important. It will not help us anymore. So this is the meaning. We have the other proverb with the same sense, which is «Дорога ложка к обеду». I believe I have never posted that, but I thought about it many times to post it. «Дорога ложка к обеду» is also valuable spoon is to the time of lunch. Обед usually in Russian culture, in Soviet culture, обед usually was lunch, not dinner. Yes, and so a change of times and change of generations and different meanings. We have different meanings. Обед may be dinner meaning, maybe lunchtime. So actually, it was обед used to be lunchtime. Yeah. So we have another similar looking, but «Дорога ложка к обеду», also kind of like similar concept. The spoon is valuable to the meal time. We have another one. And this one is the egg is valuable to the day of Christ, this egg. Дорого яичко, к чему is the question of dative case. The most popular prepositions of dative case are two prepositions, к and по. К чему? To what? It seems like direction to something. Я иду к дому, я подхожу к окну, I'm approaching the window. Sounds like direction, the meaning of direction. And the question is inanimate when nominative question is что. I will pronounce now declension of noun. День is nominative case, And I will pronounce also the helping little questions, which I repeat over and over in every lecture where I have nouns. I repeat that you have to remember those helping little phrases to help to remember those 6 Russian cases by declension. 2 of them actually are very easy, there are many tips and hints how to remember them, and they're very logical. But so I'm looking now at the last noun, dnю, к дню, ко дню, дню, d, n, u. We have two consonants, d, n, and we have u, vowel, dню. And the nominative is день. 4 letters. In nominative, we have 4 letters. It's masculine gender noun. День, day. D, E. N, мягкий знак. 4 letters. D, consonant. E, vowel. N, consonant. Мягкий знак. 4 letters. Nominative. So, nominative case. In Russian language, именительный падеж. Nominative case. Именительный падеж. Что? Это что? What is it? Что? Nominative case. It's subject. Can serve as a subject in sentence. Or, yes, object will be accusative case. Yeah, so, nominative. Это что? What is it? It is day. Это день. Нет чего. There is no what. Genitive case. Нет дня. Дня. D and я will be genitive case. Дня. Именительный, родительный, дательный. Дательный. Dative case. К чему? К дню. К какому-то дню вы готовитесь. For example, the other context will be you are preparing to some kind of day. So this to will be к этому дню. To this day. К дню. I will repeat from the beginning my declension. Nominative. Именительный падеж. Это что? Это день. Genitive. Родительный падеж. Нет чего. The question word is чего. Нет дня. Dative case. Дательный падеж. Дать чему? To give to what? To give today. Дать дню. Accusative case. Винительный падеж. Я вижу что? I see what? Я вижу день. With inanimate noun, accusative will be the same as nominative. Я вижу что? День. Это что? День. Nominative. The same. День. Именительный, родительный, дательный, винительный, творительный. The next is творительный, instrumental case. Я горжусь. Our helping phrase is я горжусь. Я горжусь. Горжусь has 7 letters. Горжусь. I am proud of. I am proud of in Russian language is the verb гордиться, reflexive verb. Я горжусь чем. And the question is чем. With what? I'm proud of what? In English we say of what? Днем. Я горжусь этим днем. I'm proud of this day. Днем. Днем. Not very convenient. I agree, guys, with you when you listen to me. No, not very convenient to pronounce because of these 2 consecutive consonants, the and днем. However, you speak the language, you speak fast, people speak fast, and you get used to it, okay? So я горжусь чем? Я горжусь днем. Yom ending will be yo with in German we call it umlaut, 2 horizontal dots on the top of the vowel we call umlaut, and this word I use for my Russian, which Russians don't call it umlaut, but I do for convenience. Yes, yo. So we have letter yo. Interesting topic also for grammar. Я горжусь днем. We don't write it in writing. Oftentimes we don't write yo. We replace it with ye in writing. We never put those dots, but we have to know it. And the last, number 6, case is предложный падеж, prepositional case, предложный падеж, and helping phrase is я говорю о чем. Я говорю о чем. I speak about what. And this question, чем, does not make sense without preposition. It has 3 prepositions. О, в, на, which we use with this question word. О чем, about what. В чем, in what, inside what. На чем, on the top of what. If you use simply чем, it does not make sense in Russian, okay? В чем, на чем, о чем. Only makes sense prepositional case with these 3 prepositions, okay? So I will repeat our declension of the last noun in this sentence, which we see in the slide. День is nominative case. Это что? Это день. Nominative. This is day. Нет чего. There is no what. Genitive case. Нет дня. Д-н-я. Нет дня. Dative case. Дательный падеж. Дать чему? To give to what? Дать чему? Дать дню. We have дательный падеж in this proverb here. We have dative case. Дню. К дню. Accusative case. Винительный падеж. Я говорю о... Я вижу что? I see what? I see день. Я вижу день. Instrumental case. Творительный падеж. Я горжусь чем? I'm proud of what? Я горжусь днем. Я горжусь днем. 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 And the last case is prepositional case. Предложный падеж. Я говорю о чем? I speak about what? Я говорю о дне. Very easy hint for you. I always remind prepositional case is actually easy because prepositional case, the last one, the one which is question used can be used only with one of 3 prepositions. Okay, it's easy. Why? Because all 3 genders of Russian noun will 98% of cases will always have ending «е». In all 3 cases. For example, на компьютере, компьютер, masculine, на компьютере, стол, на столе, on the table, на столе, окно, neuter, на окне, on the windowsill, на окне, поле, field, поле, в поле, in the field, or на поле, on the field. And feminine ручка. I'm looking now at a pen. Ручка, feminine. В ручке, на ручке, о ручке. Я говорю о ручке. Feminine and мышка. Мышка is a mouse of computer. So о мышке. It's kind of Russian diminutive of mouse. Мышка. We call мышка with diminutive this mouse of computer. Yeah, so all of them 3 genders will have ending «е». So remember those prepositions в, о, на, and all 3 genders will have the same ending. So prepositional case, very easy, the last one, right? The first case, nominative, also very easy because it just names the noun, the word which is in the dictionary. Nominative case. So our cases, they can be practiced and memorized, but they are very logical. Yes, I will repeat now this beautiful saying. Дорого яичко к Христову дню. The egg is very valuable to the day of Christ, which is Easter. Дорого яичко к Христову дню, because on the day of Easter we make these eggs different colors, and as I mentioned already, the very popular free free way, no, without money, okay, without money. People boil them in yellow onions peel, and this is how you get this color. White egg will be this color, which is in the picture you see, if you boil it in that. Okay, Христову дню. So what we have here is two nouns. Яичко is diminutive of яйцо, neuter gender Russian noun. We have день, masculine gender Russian noun day, and it is in dative case. К чему? Ко дню. К Христову. К какому дню? To what kind of day? Christ's day. Христов день. Христов is a possessive form of Christ. Christos. In Russian, Christ is Christos, actually. Christ, if you just remove this possessive ending, suffix of, and u is the ending suffix, and u the ending. If you remove and you have Christ, this is not correct in Russian. Christos. In Russian, Christ is Christos. Okay? But possessive form, Christov. Yes, Christov. К чему? Христову дню. And as I already mentioned, that Russian adjectives always correspond to the in gender to that noun. So к чему? К дню. Какому дню? All the questions will be this dative case, right? To what kind of day? Какому дню? К Христову. К чьему дню? To whose day? To the Christ's day. Also, we have, as I said, we have, we can call it adjective, you can call it possessive, Христов, день. And we have the second adjective, short form, which is stronger, more emotional form, дорого яичко. Дорого яичко. We emphasize it, and that's how we start the sentence. Дорого, by the way. We say, by the way, дорого яичко, к Христову дню. You know, something is only good when it is on time. And ironically, I am giving this lecture on the next day after the Easter Sunday. Thank you very much. I hope it was helpful for you, and I will see you next time. I will hear next time. Bye.